Hey everyone, my name is Ron. I've been living in a tent for a while now. Um, I recently started cooking my own meals and stuff over here at my own tent. So what we got today is I'm gonna show y'all how to cook um, chicken with certain kind of tomatoes and mushrooms. I've never tried it before, so this is my first time ever making a YouTube video or one that hopefully succeeds. But today what we got going on is I got me a non-stick pan. You see right there, I got me an actual paint can on the bottom of it. It's got rubbing alcohol stuffed with toilet tissue. Um, so what you do is you put the toilet tissue in there, make sure it's stuffed in there really good. Then you put the rubbing alcohol on top of it. And what happens is it burns the rubbing alcohol without burning the toilet tissue. So you can see right now it's going pretty good. I went ahead and put Cajun seasoning in it. Let's see here. Need to stir it up really good first. You gotta pretty much keep your eyes on it because it will burn quick and boil over really quickly. But what I put in there is I put some of this Rotel, well, kind of backwards. Hot. It's got dried tomatoes with habaneros in it. I love hot stuff. I went ahead and got some rice going also. With chicken bouillon cubes, I put 2 of them in the bottom of a bowl and put rice over the top of it. Let's see here. You can see the rice is going pretty good right there. Need to go in and stir that up real quick. But like I said, I've been doing this for a while now, and it's actually pretty good food. Let's see here. I'm going to get the big chunks out. I should have been washing it better, but you know how that is. Get distracted with one thing and you forget about everything else. But like I said, we got that going on pretty good. I used 2 cans of Valley Fresh white and dark chicken. 2 of these. 1 can of that. I used 1 can of mushrooms, a small can of mushrooms. About that big. I can't remember where I put it, but yeah. Let's see here. Now it's pretty much done. Oh, here's the mushrooms right here. Little itty bitty can of mushrooms. And like I said, we got it going on pretty good. You can see right there it's boiling over. Not boiling over, but it's boiling pretty good. So we're going to see how it goes. Get my fork. You always want to stir it around just a little bit because of the, the stove that I got going on isn't like a regular stove. You can't, of course you can't, adjust the settings on it. You got 1 heat setting. With water, I would boil water every now and then and make myself some ramen noodle soup and stuff like that with it. I actually used the water a little bit ago to actually cook my rice. This is instant rice. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like. Here you go. Instant rice. It takes about 5 minutes to cook. So what I do was I put it in a bowl, and like I said, I put 2 bouillon cubes on the bottom of it. Pour the rice over top of it, and then what I do is I go in to boil some water in this kind of tea kettle right here. Boil some water really good over it, and then once the water's boiled and whatnot, when it's whistling, the tea kettle whistles. That's when I go ahead and put it in the bowl. But like I said, I go ahead and put all that stuff in there, and we're just gonna see how it goes. It's actually about done now. So I got me a little bamboo, which it needs to be cleaned, but it's a bamboo spoon / I don't know what else you want to call it. So what we're gonna do now, let's see, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. We're gonna go ahead and stir that up really good. Just like this. Yeah, but I've been living in a tent for the past year. Trust me, it's not ideal. I'll go ahead and make some videos on how I keep myself warm in the wintertime. along with what I do to keep cool in the summertime. Right now it's about 91 degrees out here, and it's about 5 o'clock, 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. So, you know, it gets pretty hot out here. You know, the heat's not what bothers me, it's the humidity that does bother me. But I mean, you know, I got me a, if you can see it, it's a pretty big 8-passenger, not 8-passenger, but an 8-person tent. And I went ahead and got me a big old tarp, well, not to put over it, as you can tell. So it kind of knocks the heat down a little bit. But I'll go ahead and post some videos on and stuff like that on what I do to keep, you know, myself, you know, cool and warm throughout the year. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and it's ready now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just scoop what I can without trying to tear anything up, drop things on my phone. But yeah, it's done. Oh yeah, it's definitely done. I just go ahead and scoop it up like this and put it over the top of the rice. Just like this. Like I said, this is my first YouTube video, so I prefer no harsh comments at all, if we can sustain from doing that. And there we go, it's done. Then what we do now is go ahead and lift that up. I can put it on the ground right now because it's not going to really hurt anything. And then we got the lid right here from the paint can. And kind of put it on top of that. And that's how you do that. So it's really not hard to do. It just takes a second to actually get everything going. Usually it takes about maybe, I wanted to say maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And it'll be starting to boil. So that's what we got going on there. But that's what it looks like, the finished process of my chicken and rice with mushrooms. I wanted to go ahead and show y'all another thing that I put in there. I like me some Cajun seasoning. Anything with a little heat or an extra flavor always definitely helps a lot. Because, you know, around here, you know, I don't have nothing to keep my food cool. So I'm having to go ahead and get some, you know, canned foods and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So what I go ahead and do is, you know, like I said, I go ahead and show you the seasoning I got for it. The seasoning name is kind of funny. It's called Slap Your Mama Cajun Seasoning. But yeah, this is this. Like I said, it says Slap Your Mama Cajun Seasoning. It's not much to get, but I went ahead and got me a pretty good amount of groceries yesterday, and this is the actual tub I put all my stuff in to keep, you know, coyotes. We have a big problem with coyotes around here. Big problem with raccoons, skunks, possums. And so whatever I do, you know, I go ahead and try to make sure everything's still, you know, still tight. I don't keep no food whatsoever inside of my tent at all. So what I got me is, it looks like to be a 3 foot by at least a 1 foot deep, 3 foot long trunk with about 2 foot or 1.5 foot wide. But yeah, it's all my food in there and everything. The cool thing about it is it does lock like that. So I wouldn't have to worry about no animals getting in there. But if you have any questions, go ahead and comment and I will read your comments. I appreciate it.